10 Late Night News, proudly brought to you by Hyundai's XL Runout. Run in before they run out.
Ten's Late News with Sandra Sully.
Tonight, gridlock over Wick, Aborigines threaten international trade sanctions. A policeman ambushed, stabbed to death outside a Sydney pub.
There's certainly a lot of grief, a lot of distress and a lot of anger about what's happened.
And killer dogs, a 9-year-old mauled and a police officer forced to shoot in self-defence. Good evening. Aboriginal leaders and the federal government are at a stalemate tonight on Wick. After lengthy talks today, both parties failed to reach an agreement, with Aboriginal negotiators now threatening international trade sanctions if native title is extinguished. The Prime Minister plans to meet with premiers in the next 10 days before publicly revealing his final position.
At the outset, Aboriginal leaders were optimistic their native title rights would be retained.
Hopefully we have a very productive discussion this morning.
But after 2 hours, talks with the Prime Minister and his bureaucrats bogged down, and they emerged angry and dejected.
We're extremely concerned that it's virtual extinguishment by stealth.
They've rejected Mr Howard's 10-point plan, but he told them their model for native title and pastoral leases to coexist needed to change significantly, prompting this threat.
And I think that we need to start to go out there and talk about trade sanctions against Australia.
Another hour and a half of tense negotiations failed to resolve the gridlock, the two parties agreeing to meet again on Monday morning.
We're committed to coming back and continuing the talks.
But the Aboriginal leaders have little hope left.
And I'm afraid next week, Aboriginal rights in this country may be within an historical context.
The Prime Minister will also have further talks with the premiers within the next 10 days. He'll use the special meeting to outline the government's final position on Wick before releasing it publicly.
The Prime Minister certainly has left the option of extinguishment on pastoral leases and replacing that with statutory rights.
It has to provide validation, certainty and extinguishment.
Jane Hinchke, 10 News.
2 men are behind bars tonight charged with murdering a Sydney police officer. They're accused of stabbing the 25-year-old off-duty constable early this morning in a hotel car park. A police woman was also seriously bashed in the attack.
The first of 2 men arrested over Sydney's latest cop killing was brought to the scene of the crime today just before being charged. A quiet drink with colleagues at this Fairfield hotel cost Constable David Carty his life. About 2 o'clock, Senior Constable Carty left the Cambridge Tavern to go home, but he never made it out of the car park. He and his colleagues were at the centre of a wild brawl involving 20 people. Police called to the scene minutes later, broke it up, but 25-year-old David Carty was already beyond help.
When I looked around and saw their companion also there, obviously in a very, very serious condition, they then tried to render first aid to him.
At the crime scene, detectives found what they believed to be the murder weapon. All around them, shocking reminders of what had gone on only hours before. News of the killing shattered those who worked with the young constable. Hardened police officers reduced to tears.
There's certainly a lot of grief, a lot of distress and a lot of anger about what's happened.
Very emotional, and we're just going to give them all the support we can.
4 people were interviewed by detectives about the murder. Late today, 26-year-old Thamir Seiko and 27-year-old Amir Yako, both from Fairfield, faced a brief court hearing. They didn't apply for bail and will appear again early next month. The victim of the crime will be given a full police funeral with honours. Tim Collins, 10 News.
2 more savage dog attacks after Wednesday's death of a 12-year-old boy in Melbourne. The latest victim, a 9-year-old boy who was playing in a park in the Victorian capital.
Brave Tyrone, who turns 10 next month, is recovering in hospital after his terrifying ordeal. He was savagely attacked by a large dog while playing at his local park. Tyrone was bitten on the hands, arms, chest and back. Doctors are still assessing the extent of his wounds. Ambulance officers say the boy's injuries could easily have been far worse. As he was attacked, he dived to the ground and managed to protect himself. Tyrone will remain in hospital overnight for observation. Local park users say the area is heavily used by both children and dog owners.
He shouldn't come with the dogs here. because I see many times the dogs in this park. He shouldn't come the dogs in this park because a lot of kids play around here.
Victorian Premier Jeff Kennett has defended the state's dog laws.
But I mean, I think you have an unrealistic expectation that after an event we should tighten the law. At the end of the day, people have got to accept responsibility for their own lives, however.
Meanwhile, in Perth, a police officer shot and killed a pit bull after it and a Labrador German Shepherd cross attacked two poodles, killing one. Both incidents follow the tragic death of 12-year-old Jared Dwyer in Melbourne on Wednesday night. He was killed by the family dog Kimber, a bull mastiff Great Dane cross. James Sutherland, 10 News.
Notorious.